Welcome to latest News Blaster. In a jaw-dropping turn of events that sent the entertainment world spiraling, private text messages, allegedly belonging to country superstar Blake Shelton, have surfaced online, just days after Kelly Clarkson made a stunning confession about their past connection that no one saw coming. The leak, which insiders claim originated from a trusted source within Shelton's inner circle, paints a picture of emotional turmoil, unspoken truths, and behind-the-scenes drama that could change everything fans thought they knew about the two beloved stars. Kelly's confession, made during a candid segment of her talk show, was meant to be heartfelt, not scandalous, as she opened up about the unexpected emotional support she once received from Blake during one of the hardest phases of her life. But little did she know, those few words would ignite a social media frenzy, prompting curious fans and gossip sites to dig deeper into their past. Within hours, screenshots of what appeared to be Blake Shelton's private texts began circulating online, hinting at a much closer bond than anyone had realized. According to the leaks, Blake's messages reflected admiration and concern for Kelly during her public divorce, calling her one of the strongest people I've ever known, and saying that sometimes I wish things had been different for both of us. Though these messages could easily be misinterpreted, the timing of their release, right after Kelly's raw confession, has fueled endless speculation about whether the two ever shared feelings that went beyond friendship. Sources close to Clarkson insist the messages were nothing but compassionate words between two close friends who both endured painful breakups, while those in Shelton's camp have stayed tight-lipped, refusing to confirm or deny the authenticity of the texts. The internet, however, isn't buying the silence. Fans have flooded Twitter and TikTok with theories, dissecting every emoji, timestamp, and phrasing in the leaked messages, with many claiming that certain lines reveal more than simple support. One now viral post suggested that Blake's use of phrases like "you were always different from the rest" and "you got my back when nobody else did" were coded signs of something deeper. Others have pointed out that the tone of the text seems far more emotional than what one would expect between two married friends, especially given that Shelton was with Gwen Stefani at the time. And that's where the real storm begins. How will Gwen react? While Gwen has always projected a calm, confident front regarding Blake's past friendships, insiders reveal she's shaken and quietly frustrated by the way these leaks could reignite old rumors. One insider allegedly close to her told reporters, "Gwen has always trusted Blake, but this situation is different because it involves a public leak, emotional texts, and a confession that's taken completely out of context." Meanwhile, Kelly Clarkson has reportedly been blindsided by the attention. Friends close to the singer claim she feels embarrassed and misunderstood, insisting her comments were never meant to stir gossip. During her next show taping, Kelly subtly addressed the buzz, saying, "Sometimes people take what you say with honesty and turn it into something dramatic, but I've always believed in keeping it real." That simple line only added more intrigue, with fans wondering whether she was indirectly acknowledging the controversy. As the story continues to unfold, digital detectives and gossip channels have gone into overdrive, connecting dots between past interviews, duets, and public appearances where Blake and Kelly displayed undeniable chemistry, especially during their time together on The Voice. Clips from old seasons are now trending again, with fans pointing out how their playful banter and emotional performances carried undeniable sparks. Some argue that Kelly's confession was simply a reflection of mutual respect and friendship, but others claim there's too much emotion in the leaked texts to ignore. What makes this saga even more complicated is the question of who leaked the messages in the first place. Several reports claim that a former associate of Blake's team may have been responsible, either for revenge or quick profit. Others believe the leak was timed strategically to distract from another scandal brewing in country music circles. Regardless of the motive, the situation has turned intensely personal. Both stars, who have long prided themselves on honesty and professionalism, now face a wave of unwanted speculation. In a surprising twist, one of Blake's representatives issued a carefully worded statement: "Mr. Shelton does not comment on alleged private communications." What we can say is that the relationship between Blake and Kelly has always been one of deep mutual respect. Noticeably, the statement did not deny the authenticity of the texts, which only fanned the flames of curiosity. Meanwhile, fans are divided. Some have rallied behind Blake, accusing the media of exploiting a private situation for clicks, Others believe this is yet another example of how fame blurs boundaries, turning genuine friendships into fodder for gossip. As one viral tweet put it, "Blake and Kelly are both human. They went through heartbreak, leaned on each other, and now everyone's acting like that's a scandal." Still, even sympathetic voices can't ignore the fact that if the texts are real, they reveal a softer, more vulnerable side of Blake Shelton than fans have ever seen publicly. Known for his humor and laid-back charm, Blake rarely lets the world glimpse his emotional side. But the leaked messages, filled with empathy, gratitude, and perhaps even regret, show a man wrestling with feelings he's never openly discussed. Entertainment analysts predict this story won't fade anytime soon. The combination of two A-list names, emotional confessions, and leaked private content has created a perfect storm for the tabloids. Some say it could strain Blake's marriage, while others insist Gwen and Blake are strong enough to weather any rumor. As for Kelly Clarkson, she's reportedly focusing on her career, pouring her emotions into new music. Insiders hint that her upcoming songs could subtly reference this entire ordeal, with one track described as a soulful reflection on being misunderstood and holding secrets for too long. Whether that's about Blake or not, fans will surely be listening closely. As of now, no one knows the full truth, were the texts genuine expressions of friendship, or glimpses into something deeper that was never meant to be public. Was Kelly's confession a coincidence, or a carefully timed moment of honesty that backfired spectacularly? One thing's for sure, in the world of fame, every word, every text, and every emotion has the power to explode overnight. What began as a heartfelt confession has become one of the most talked about celebrity stories of the year. And as fans continue to debate, dissect, and speculate, both Blake Shelton and Kelly Clarkson remain at the center of a mystery that proves that even the most private moments can't stay hidden forever in the glare of Hollywood's spotlight. As the controversy deepens, the situation around Blake Shelton and Kelly Clarkson is only getting more tangled, emotional, and unpredictable. What started as a heartfelt confession followed by a mysterious text leak has turned into a full-blown media storm, and it's pulling in everyone from insiders to former The Voice crew members who claim to have witnessed the real bond between the two stars behind the scenes. According to one source, Kelly and Blake's connection was instant and natural, a mix of friendship, respect, and shared humor that made their on-screen chemistry feel genuine. They supported each other through divorces, career transitions, and the relentless pressures of fame. There was nothing fake about them, one crew member reportedly said. They'd laugh, joke, and sometimes have really deep talks between shoots. It was obvious they cared about each other. While that might sound innocent, the recent leak of Blake's alleged private messages has cast a shadow of doubt over how deep those feelings really went. Some fans have dug up years-old interviews where Blake praised Kelly for her authenticity and heart of gold, while others point to Kelly's glowing words about Blake, calling him one of the few real ones left in the business. It's this consistent admiration, they say, that makes the leaked texts feel all too believable. Yet others believe this entire narrative is being blown wildly out of proportion, with online gossip pages twisting simple friendship into something scandalous for views. Blake has always been a kind guy who checks in on friends, said a longtime associate from the country music industry. That doesn't mean he's secretly in love with them. The media loves drama, and that's what this has become, a circus of assumptions. Still, the timing couldn't be worse. Both Kelly and Blake are in pivotal phases of their careers. Kelly, fresh off a powerful album inspired by her divorce, has been praised for her vulnerability and emotional depth. Meanwhile, Blake, after stepping away from The Voice, has been focused on his music, personal life, and his marriage with Gwen Stefani. The leak threatens to overshadow both stars' achievements, dragging them into a swirl of speculation that neither seems eager to address directly. A recent tabloid cover boldly claimed Blake's secret emotions for Kelly exposed, using blurred screenshots and dramatic headlines that neither confirmed nor denied anything, but certainly sold copies. Gwen Stefani's name, unsurprisingly, keeps coming up in every conversation. Insiders say she's keeping a calm public face but is definitely not happy about the renewed spotlight on Blake's past interactions with Kelly. Gwen isn't angry at Kelly personally. A source close to her revealed she just feels uncomfortable that something so private has become entertainment for millions. She's very protective of her marriage, and this story feels like an invasion of their life. Social media users have already begun dissecting Gwen's recent posts, interpreting her captions and outfits as subtle reactions to the drama, though in truth, she may simply be choosing to rise above the noise. For Kelly Clarkson, the aftermath has been emotionally draining. Friends say she's frustrated that her honesty has been turned into clickbait. Kelly wears her. This moment will be remembered for years to come. If you were moved, hit the like button, subscribe to our